Coming to you live from the Now Media Newsroom.
I'm Jim Czek. You're watching Now Media. With me, Al Hildebrandt.
Hello, Jim.
Welcome to the show. I think this is the first time I've had you on.
Yes, it is.
I believe, yeah. You're on here because you watched that Sharon Simpson interview.
Yes, that was quite an interview. I woke up yesterday morning.
She was all fired up.
You could say that.
And a lot of that related to the downtown purchase from Westcorp, that property that they purchased. And that goes back a long ways because they wanted a piece of the Simpson Covenant land, though, as well,
when you
right?
say they, you're talking about the city.
The city,
right?
the city.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
I mean, well, Westcorp wanted a piece of that. Actually, they were going to do 5 hotels downtown. They were going to do a bigger project. They couldn't. That went to court. I think Sharon Shepherd, mayor, then said that covenant didn't stand. They took it to court. Turns out it did. So they couldn't have a piece of Stewart Park. And then so Westcorp kind of scaled back their plans. And I think they took out about, maybe people can go watch that interview. They scaled back their development, and then I think they applied for 3 or 4 permits, and then they finally sold it to the city here just recently.
Well, I'm sure that Sharon and you know a lot more about that than I do, in addition, even though I've been here since '81. Okay, so.
There you go. And Al Hildebrandt, for anybody that doesn't know, a couple of tech companies here, a couple of them, sold one for like, what was it, $1 dollars? I can't remember. Like lots of money anyway, right?
$170 million.
There you go.
Gale and Weston family.
That was QHR Technologies.
QHR Technologies.
So there you go. And then so you got nothing else.
Say that was between 1,000 shareholders. So
there you go. You got nothing else to do with your time, so now you're trying to do something else. And I guess what brought it to your attention is because you said that a couple of times they used the word convention center on that project a couple of times.
Every time
or the media had it out there.
Well, every time that you've seen anything about the project from Westcorp or from, a film, it was about a hotel and convention center as the previous project. Yeah. I have not seen anything from the city that said it's about a convention center. Yeah. So it's the rolling in of what has happened in the past that is some of the confusion, I think.
And I think Sharon Simpson, and she used to be a former councillor as well, right? Yes. And I think her biggest thing is like if the city's now purchased it, and it's city property now, and it is,
yes,
then the residents or the voters should get to decide how we use it.
I think
do you know what I mean? Because I mean that's part of it, right? Because now. And I think the city in that press release they're saying that that they're looking for another buyer to develop the property.
Yeah, I think they're planning on hiring a consultant to help them find that or find the money for that. I don't know where that's going to go.
I think we're about a year away from an election though, so this will likely be an election topic though, and it'll probably be a pretty hot topic. This may be one of the the things where depending on where people stand on this property, right?
I think it will be because, I mean, from a real convention center in general is usually owned by a municipality or a province. And a conference center, like what we're proposing, is very different. It's a private
you've got your own.
initiative.
Like, let's show a picture of that because you're pitching a conference center as well and it's in the old Good Life Church kind of park like that.
Well, New Life Church.
New Life Church, sorry. And then
we're Woodfire Bakery.
Woodfire Bakery, and that's next to the Orchard Plaza Mall there.
Yes.
Yeah, can we get a picture of that? We're going to see in a second if we can get a picture. But
yeah, I was fortunate enough to purchase that property in arrangement with the former church that was there. Yeah. Bought it in May of '23. I thought we were going to be doing condo projects at that time when the condo market was
the initial concept was.
And by the time we bought it, shortly afterwards, that's when the market sort of turned sour on pre-sales.
So this looks pretty impressive. You can see that there. You're looking at the screen as well.
Yeah, this is the rendering that are between our architects and ourselves. We presented to the public. We had about 190 people out for an event on September 4th. And I can tell you this was a bit of a wow moment for people because I don't think they were expecting this.
So is that that's a hotel, I take
hotel
it? On top
300-room hotel, mass timber project sitting on top of the tower. The 2 levels that you see there is really two double height levels, conference center floors. And then what you don't see is underground. Be 2 stories of parking underground, which is about 450 parking stalls.
So the big rounded shape there, is that the convention center? Is that
the whole first and second levels is the entrance to the hotel, restaurant, and the conference center. And if you get to the smaller drawings up on the top, you'll see that there. But yeah, it's double height levels that are conference center.
And then the pool obviously is for the hotel amenities, and I take it that, or is that your private pool?
No. That's the hotel part of it. Okay, so.
Yeah. So how many rooms in this hotel?
You've got room for at least 300.
300. Oh. I mean, and how big is the convention center?
The convention center, under the current plans, usable space is about 75 to 80,000 square feet.
And then how many people would fit in there?
We're not quite sure yet because different metrics are out there for different people. Like there's standing room only type metrics, and you see something. But we believe we can easily get two 1,500 person events going at the same time, one on the first floor, one on the second floor.
So you got 3,000. Because right, and we've held some events here in Kelowna with Level Up and we've held them at Trinity Baptist Church, because that is a great venue. Sound system, they got theater seating in there now, and that holds about, what is it, like 1,500, I think,
1,600,
right?
1,600 people seating there now.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a great venue.
That's like a theater style setting.
That's a theater style, like, not a, like for trade booths, trade shows and all that kind of thing.
So basically, in terms of size, this is about 2.5 times larger than what you see at the current Delta. Okay, so if you look at the Delta,
Delta Grand Downtown.
The Delta Grand Downtown, their largest room is about 14,000 square feet. This one's about 15,000 square feet times 2.
Right,
but the big difference,
2 floors though, right?
But the big difference is that we've got a lot more pre-conference space. And what my research has shown that you just need to have the pre-conference space for people milling around and socializing beforehand and trade show type stuff ahead of time.
So is there a theater type space in there as well, or?
It's large enough to have one here, but we don't have a typical theater style, build this stands like you'd see
like in a theater like UBCO or Trinity or the Rotary Center for the Arts and stuff.
That's a very different style of a building, and you have to look at what you're going to do underneath, or if it ever changes, what are you going to do with it?
So where is this one at? Like, I mean, and how does this compete, or does it compete with the property downtown, or what is the?
Oh, I think it's totally different. I mean, what I've learned in this whole process is when I had to take a look at what would be best use of this property, I knew that having another condo tower or two wasn't going to cut it. And so I looked for what would be greater use for the community, and I knew over all these years that there's been no conference space added in Kelowna since 1992. And so
not a lot of new hotels either, though.
Well, hotels, but very small meeting room space. They typically have like 50 square feet per room. So we needed a national level, national scale, a conference center, because we're losing that battle across the country. And places like St. John, Newfoundland, and Halifax, and Niagara Falls, and Victoria, Penticton's beating us on that area. Nothing against Penticton, but they've had that convention center there since 1965, and it generates $100 million of economic activity. So good on them. So
where's this at? Pre-application phase still?
We're in there. We just really got going on this thing in the beginning of June. We initially solicited input from about 70 people on what they thought we should do in this part of the year. That led to this plan that we then revealed to the public. We also,
and a lot of this is on the website, I take it?
Yes.
And the website is what? Kelowna?
conferencekelowna.ca.
There you go. You can pull up the website there.
And so where the stage is at is now in front of the planning department of City of Kelowna. We presented them about 3 weeks ago. And the pre-planning phase is the quiet, sort of silent phase where you're getting input from the city staff. And it's also, in our case, we really need to have the input of the Ministry of Transport, because it's on the highway. And so you have to get approvals from
it's
them.
Access, right? Because you could cause traffic burden and all that on the highway and stuff like that,
so
right?
That's the input. And right now they're on strike. So.
And if anybody's wondering, this property is located in where a lot of people would know it as the New Life Church and then Woodfire Bakery.
Yeah, New Life's been gone a long time. We named it the Main Street Center, which is what it always used to be called. It's been
kind of been an underutilized property for a long time.
Yeah, we rebranded it to be a Kelowna Event Center. We figured we own a building that's got lots of space, so we might as well start doing events.
Because I remember Big White used to have, or I don't know if it was Big White, but they used to have ski swap sale in there all the time too. And then I think maybe there's some Halloween stuff in there every now and then. Or?
There's lots of different events in there now. Okay, so.
Halloween's coming up.
Yeah, so it's a unique piece of property. It's 2.76 acres. So first of all, that's about almost 3 times as large as the one downtown. Okay, we have the soil structure, the underground there that we can go down. Anybody that goes down and has to consider water. I mean, water is everywhere. And but we feel confident that we can actually go underground with the soil structure that's there. and have 2 levels of parking, which would be about 400, 500 cars. That allows us then to make sure that the front level, the top level, is conference center.
So this is the second iteration, I take? Because there was an earlier iteration, though.
Nope, never was.
We did on Kelowna now, I'm pretty sure. We had some kind of like when we first sold. Can you pull on the top of the document there?
Yeah,
I think there's an
that was
image.
part of the original plan to look at housing and condo projects. It was never. That's the only drawing we ever had.
That was just an architectural rendering kind of thing.
Just a concept drawing by somebody that would look something for the process, but we've never had a website even to publish that in the
okay. So that was, because I know we did that story a couple of years back or something like that.
Yeah, but that was when the market was hot for condos, and it's 6 months later it's cooled down.
It's cool. It's fairly cool right now.
Yeah.
And I guess you've probably done some marketing to see what there is a need. I mean, there is a need for a convention center in Kelowna. Because
it's definitely. I mean, we've already talked with a whole bunch of different groups. It's a bit, I mean, if you have an event for 400 or 500 people, there's a concept in what I've learned in the events business, that if you need to be able to eat and meet at the same location, not tear things down and not move things around the purpose. So we're pretty limited in that area. There's only one place in town that's got more than 10,000 square feet, which is
you got that image there? Yeah.
And at this point here, that's a limiting
not that
factor.
one. It's above that one, I think.
At this point here, you need space, and so if you're above 10,000 square feet, you actually get into the national listings. We're not there yet.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we have plenty of opportunity here. We're missing so many conferences that are going elsewhere, so many conventions and trade shows. So this is a community-wide opportunity.
So you reached out to me as soon as you watched the Sharon Simpson. Thanks for watching, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Interview. And
well, she's a great lady. She knows a lot of the history. So.
Yeah, I think I've had her on twice now. This is your first time.
Oh. Good.
Might reflect badly on you, but hey.
Okay. I don't hold a candle to what that lady's done. So.
She's great. She's definitely got opinions, and she's not scared to share them. Right.
Right.
And one of her biggest complaints was that she wanted more interaction from city council city council members and the mayor. You know what I mean? Like she said she's been asking around and she's not getting that conversation she wants. So.
I don't know why that is, because it's obviously now it is an asset. Now they just, all fairness, they just purchased it, or apparently just purchased it. So I don't know what they're allowed to say.
They've made some big property purchases in the last little while, because they also got that Mission Creek piece though too, right?
For parks, I think.
Yeah, so that was a great piece, right?
But that park strategy was already discussed and I think approved for multiple opportunity here.
And the rail trail, Doug Gilchrist was instrumental in that rail trail purchase as well.
Yeah. So those type of things are good for everybody, and I guess that's where Sharon was saying that this should be good for everybody. So what are they going to build there that's good for everybody? Yeah. And or repurpose it for?
Or they could sell it and then to a developer as well.
Right.
Because they've got a few pieces of property now. The one they're getting sued on, I think, the old Doyle police station. Well, there's the addition.
Oh, that's the original. Yeah, that was a year before we even bought.
Did you do that yourself? That drawing?
No, I did not. Okay, I had a really good guy do that, and that's a concept behind that one. That's the only drawing that was the only drawing was
condos then, right?
Condos with commercial space. Yeah. And the original intention was inside of that second level would have been the space for our deal with the church was to help build them out as a bit of a space of a community meeting place.
Right. So if everything goes well, when would Kelowna see this convention center?
Well, this is really dependent upon getting support from various levels of government. Yeah. I'm not looking for that right now. Yeah. I'm going after the private sector right now to initiate the initial funding in this part of it here. But this is an infrastructure business opportunity, which is good for everybody. So if you bring in 1,200, 1,500, 2,000 people in for a conference, that's more than just fits in this hotel. So it's good for all the hotels, right? Yeah. And so we expect to launch a impact feasibility study in the next month to see what it is. And to answer your question, it's all based on funding. But we believe if we can get funding by the end of next year, okay, we can already be underway with taking down the current structure, which will all be repurposed wood. It was the largest wood mass timber structure building in mid-'80s.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive, like inside there where that big atrium
huge.
Is, right?
So okay, it's huge. And
it reminds me of the Danny Hooper Bar in Edmonton.
Oh,
it was an old church. Well, it was a church Danny Hooper repurposed in. He was a country singer, a real estate agent.
The building itself was built like the Granville Island Market, and it really was a food and vegetable market.
It looks very much like that. Yeah.
And so if you take the walls out of there, you would have a humongous building there of all mass timber. Yeah. So we are looking at how we repurpose that. Mm-hmm. Ironically, there's not been very many projects with repurposed wood.
There you go. That's all I got for today.
Is that right? Oh,
Yeah.
Good. Thanks for.
So people can go to the website again.
Yeah.
Kelowna or
Conferencekelowna.ca.
conferencekelowna.ca. You can go there and you look at the drawings, and then you can send an email if you want.
I had one closing comment on this part of it. If you look at the highway, Kelowna's highway from the bridge to the old Costco site, there's not been a lot of high-end architecture.
New Canadian Tire site now.
That's different. That's at that end, right? But I mean, there hasn't been anything that's dynamic, that's really architecture. So we wanted to make sure that this is going to appeal. The best looking properties on the highway is car dealerships right now, right? And so this could be an iconic, really iconic for the future, a business attractor, and we've got everything happening for us, like the airport and all this stuff that's happening. But
Stover's not going to like what you say, because we drive by all these towers.
But those are for a different purpose, right?
That's true.
Okay, and they're towers.
Yep.
And they don't fit in the conference center because you got all the steel posts and cement posts going.
No, it's definitely like there's a couple of good sections. I think they missed the boat too, and this could have been downtown at some point too, right? Like way back.
I don't
way
know.
Back when.
But I mean, those decisions are done made. Everybody's built condos downtown.
Yeah, no, it's great.
There's no property left.
I think the skyline looks great. I think this area looks great, and I think just developing along the highway would be great too.
The biggest part will be how do you get access to it? How do you get access to that center? Where even if it's downtown, that's very difficult to get to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got Springfield, and you got a few different enterprise. You got Springfield Enterprise and the highway, right? So.
Yep.
There's lots of, it's the three big feeders.
Of Kelowna.
The three big feeders are running along there, right?
This property, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The real center of Kelowna.
Yeah, the three feeders are running, just like here, right? There's three roads that feed.
Yeah, and it's 11 traffic lights from the airport, and it's 23 to go downtown.
Look at you, counted the traffic lights. Look at you.
I counted everything, okay? I'm a numbers guy, you know that. But,
there you go.
But getting people in and out of a place is important, and getting access. And I think
if anybody's ever left a Prospera game, they know that.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's getting 6,000 people out of there, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for coming in, and I'm sure we'll chat again.
Good, thanks.
All right.
Okay,
thank you for watching Now Media.
We don't just report the news, we live here too. We're your neighbors, bringing you stories that matter to all of us. No government funding, no outside influence. Kelowna Now, local, independent. News you can trust.